want to see Roxanne get to the place where if your son is having a party, his classmates could go to the party and support him.
Yeah.
When they having, your kids could go there because I want us to be equal, like how we supposed to be, because that's what we are. You might have more money than me, but we still equal.
Don't you think that there are some parents, families, children who have created this chasm of sorts, causing this division because of the way that they behaved or because of the way their families behaved, that cause people to feel a certain way about them? Or do you think that, or are you saying that that shouldn't have anything to do with it?
No, I'm not going to say that because some people do act out, whatever they are. But neglect causes that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? When you accept people, they'll act right, you know. When you neglect people, because they know they're neglected, they act any kind of, because, you know, sometimes, especially as a young person, you could get to the point where you feel like nobody care. And so you do what everybody else doing or do anything which don't make no sense. But if someone speak into your life and encourage you, make you believe that you could be somebody, that helps. It goes a long way.
It changes your mindset.
But I'm telling you, growing up in Roxanne, I'm telling you what I saw.
Okay.
There were some people who was somebody who was welcome, and there were some people who was not welcome. Okay?
Well, before we change the subject, in terms of what you just said, in terms of dealing with our younger generation, in terms of our future leaders, where do we go from here? How do we fix this gap? How do we prevent what happened, for example, the situation that happened with you? What do we do to resolve that, to prevent that from happening to another young person who has the potential and has the ability and has the vision, has the idea, and is capable of doing what you did or being great? What do we say to the next Buddy Hill from Roxanne to prevent this from happening to them?
We got to give them hope. Okay? There was a young man, Julian Gibson, left here some years ago for some whatever reasons, right? Left here. But as a young man, he made sure that every summer that we had like 6, sometimes 8 basketball teams in different areas, like under 10, straight up to under 20, right?
This is Julian Gibson who used to
yes,
go to Nassau.
yes, and he used to go to Nassau. He used to go to Nassau, the Shepherd El Key, and get T-shirts and solicit trophies. So at the end of the day, when we finish playing basketball, if our team won, we got a trophy. So it empowered us and encouraged us to be better. And can't wait for the next summer to play Summer League again.
Julian Gibson is not here now. Who is the next Julian Gibson who's now doing this to make sure that these things continue?
But Marv, myself, and there's a lot of other men in Roxanne, I believe, are willing. And we need to get community minded again. And if we get community minded again, and we start helping the people again, helping the youngsters again, then I think that Roxanne could get back to where I believe or where I know it could be. But in Roxanne, we became a selfish people. Once we got our own got, we don't worry about the rest. You see, for instance, I straight up and I got to be straight up. If there is a meeting in Roxanne, and Andy Camp and my cousin Carla, who live out on the front street, is invited to the meeting, I feel like Kofi and Chris, who live over back on the north side, should be invited to the meeting too.
Absolutely.
You see, the foolishness what was happening in Roxanne, it wasn't so. Only who they thought was people was invited to these meetings. A young man, you know what caused all of this too? A gentleman said to me, was asking me questions, and said to me, I know who the big people are in Roxanne.